All right, Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory as well as worship to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the leaders of Israel, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, Wa Agwathium, the sincere brothers and sisters, all right, that's listening, the 144K, all right, that do not delay in this truth, bringing out the 144% truth, all right, going out to the highways and byways, making a call and an election sure, all right, and the sincere Aquathium, the sincere sisters that's listening in truth and subjection, and the 1/3 man, women, and children that's listening. Shalom. All right, I'm gonna get into a quick topic, Lord willing, about lay hold. All right, also known as rape. All right, because there's a lot of controversy. All right, within this topic. All right, I know the elders brought it out plenty of times, but through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, I'm gonna do a video on it, and Lord willing, it's edifying. All right, I'm gonna start out in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lie with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, okay? The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife. All right, that's adultery. So shalt thou put away evil from among you. All right, because if a man and a woman they have sex, and the woman is betrothed, all right, that's adultery, and that's going off according to the law. Okay. All right. And they both shall be put to death because they consented. All right, they both was in agreement to it. All right, and that's going off. All right, that's a sin. All right, and in the ancient days, you was put to death for doing that. All right, verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel, okay, a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. Okay, because only the man should die, because the damsel she was forced. All right, I believe it's going to say it. I'm just read verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. Okay, verse 27, it says, for if he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none, for he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. Okay, so the damsel, she's not worthy of being put to death, okay, because she cried out and nobody could help her. Okay, but the above, the wife, the woman, she didn't cry out. She consented to go off. All right, she consented to have sex with another man, even though she was already betrothed. Okay, and that word betrothed, it means to have a husband, to be taken. Okay, and a damsel, that's a 12-year-old. Okay, all right, because you're considered grown once a woman hits her period cycle. She's considered at a of a marriable age. All right. Mark chapter 5 verse 42. And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years, and they were astonished with a great astonishment. All right, Yahweh Shai, he healed a damsel, all right, a 12-year-old. All right, he healed her, and they was astonished. All right, but the point was, the damsel is 12 years old. Salaki. All right. All right, and it's verse 28. This is really the point. It says, "If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found." Okay, so it says, I'm gonna read that again, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, okay, she hasn't had sex, okay, which is not betrothed, she hasn't had sex, and she doesn't belong to anybody. All right, and he lay hold on her. Okay, lay hold is is quote unquote rape. All right, and I'm gonna prove that. All right, lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found. Verse 29. So he just take the woman. All right, he takes her and then has sex with her. All right, this is what happens. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife. Okay, because he hath humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. All right, so so the man he finds a woman that he likes, all right, and she's a virgin and she's not betrothed. All right, he can take her back in ancient days. All right, he can take her, and have sex with her, and that's lawful. Okay, but he has to give the father 50 shekels of silver. All right, and she'll be considered his wife. All right, he may not put her away all his days. All right. It says, verse 30, a man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt. All right, so a man, you can't take your father's wife. All right, that's going off. All right. All right, but I think this is, yeah, I'm going to jump up to verse 13. All right, I'm going to prove a point with this. Starting at 13, Deuteronomy 22 and verse 13. If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. Okay, then shall find her not a maid, no, not a suitable wife for him. Okay, it says, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the token of the damsel's virginity unto the elders in the city. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I give my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her. And lo, he hath given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And the elders, and they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city, and the elders of the city shall take the man and chastise him. Okay, so really, the point was, back in ancient day, we got consent from the father, because if a man goes into a woman or has sex with a woman, and he doesn't want her all of a sudden, and she's a virgin, all right, that's going off, because you can't put away your wife, and for really false accusations, because he said he didn't like her, all right, even though he already went on to her, all right, that's why you get consent from the father first, all right, you have the tokens of virginity for proof, okay, so that's why if you don't get permission from the father, you got to give the 50 shekels of silver, all right, to the damsel's father, because you didn't ask for permission first, and that money, that's pretty much it's pretty much like a trade from the not a trade, but a substitution from the tokens of the virginity, all right, that's supposed to be given on to the father, all right. So since he didn't do that, since he didn't follow the order, he has to then give 50 shekels of silver, all right, because he didn't follow the correct order, all right. Now, let me get the etymology of Deuteronomy 22 and 28. Okay, the word lay hold. All right. It says lay hold, tafas.
Strong's H8610. Tafas. Tafas.
Tafas. It means to catch, handle, lay hold. All right. Take hold of, seize, weld, to lay hold of, seize, arrest, catch, to grasp, in order to weld, use skillfully, to be seized, to be arrested, to be caught, to be taken, captured, to catch, grasp with hands. All right, that's lay hold. All right, now let's look up the word rape. All right, and the etymology of the word rape, it means seize prey. Okay. Abduct, take by force, okay? To seize, abduct, a legal term, probably from past particles of Latin rapier, seize, carry off, by force, abduct. All right, it's the same thing. All right, seize, to take by force. All right, and seize, it says seize, arrest, catch, okay? All right. All right. So in the ancient days, all right, it says forceful seize. All right. Or violating, sexually violating. But that's really Western society. But and I got one more. Okay. Okay. This is the NIV Bible. All right, and it reads in Deuteronomy 22 verse 28. Okay, it says, if a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and rapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. He must marry the young woman, for he has violated her, and can never divorce her as long as he lives. Okay. So hey, the Lord, he didn't put people to. It's not unlawful, to take a damsel and force her. If you like somebody that you like, you just take her and have sex with her. But after you do that, you cannot, leave her, because it even says it. It says, verse 29, the last part, it says, because he have humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. All right, so you cannot divorce this woman. All right, because you laid hold with her, you wanted her, and you didn't get the father's permission. All right, so you have to take her as you must take her as your wife and not put her away. Okay. And I wanted to get one more in the book of Judges. And there's another one in Genesis, the 36th chapter. Lord willing, I can get that after this. Judges chapter 21 and verse, I'm going to start at 19. Then they said, behold, there is a feast of Yahweh in Shiloh yearly in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebanon. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, go and lie in wait in the vineyards, and see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance and dances, then come ye out of the vineyards and catch you every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land. All right, so they hid in the bushes, and they jumped out, and they caught who they wanted, and they took her and brought them to their land. Okay. It says, verse 22, and And it shall be when their fathers or their brethren come up unto us to complain, that we will say unto them, be favorable unto the be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserve not to each man his wife in the war, for ye did not give unto them at this time, that ye should be guilty. In verse 23 it says, and the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives according to their number, and them that danced, whom they caught. Okay. And they went and returned unto their inheritance, and repaired the cities, and dwelt in them. Okay. Now let's look up that word caught. Okay. Judges. All right, it's pretty much the same thing. It says to tear away, seize, plunder, tear off, pull off, rob, take away by force. Okay, to seize. All right, it's the same word. Okay. All right, it's really not that deep. All right, let me see if I can get this account of Genesis, the 30. Well, I'm gonna just sum it up real quick. You know, in Genesis, and I forgot the book Salakia, but you know, one of the I think it was Isaac, if I'm not mistaken, or Jacob. You know, it was his 12 sons. Okay, they was his of the 12 sons. One of their sisters, or she was pretty much taken by a Hamite, okay, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, and Jacob, you know, the brothers, they wanted to, Simeon and Levi, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they wanted to kill the Hamite for taking their sister, all right, because it was a shame. They said, all right, I'm just roughly paraphrasing Salakia, all right, but I'm trying to remember now. Oh yeah, Jacob, he didn't want to kill him, all right, but Simeon and Levi, Jacob, he wanted to make it even, you know, because the Hamite, he was going to give up some of his sisters, all right, and they were going to trade women, all right, but Simeon and Levi, they wasn't for it, so they killed him, all right, but Jacob, he didn't like that, all right, because hey, at the end of the day, all right, a man in the ancient days, he gets who he wants. As far as the woman, as long as she's not betrothed, okay, hey, it's up for grabs, all right. But that's just how it went down. If it didn't go through the father, you know, but most of the time it went through the father, like our forefather Jacob, all right. He waited 7 years, if I'm not mistaken, you know, to marry. I think it was Rebecca. Okay, so usually it goes through the father, all right. But if it was not to go through the father, and a man takes a damsel who he likes, and she's a virgin, and she's not betrothed, and he lay hold with her and go into her, all right, he's had to pay the father 50 shekels of silver, all right, and that's a done deal, all right. So it's people like to say, oh, GMS, they rapists, all right, no pedophiles, all right, because the damsel is one of a marriable age, all right, the ones that she's ready to have sex, all right. These Catholic churches, all right, they have sex with 5-year-olds, all right, 200 cases, all right. You can look it up. It's 200 cases, over 200 cases, or children, if I'm not mistaken, where it's over 200 children that's been either missing or raped among the Catholic churches, all right. So they're the real pedophiles. All right. All right, but I'm gonna close out with that. Lord willing, this video is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the leaders of Israel, and shalom to the sincere Akim, Wa Akwathium, that's out there listening to truth. That's out there listening truth and sincerity. And to the next lesson, I say shalom, Moaf La Babal, death to America. Shalom.